Most people spend months or even years preparing for their first ever NPC show, and I decided to jump in just 3 weeks out.
I made a crazy commitment this morning. I decided that I'm gonna be competing again, but I'm not just gonna be competing again. I set myself a little bit of a wild goal.
Because if I could somehow place first or second, I would qualify for the Mr. Olympia Amateur, and it felt delusional and impossible because I also was balancing my full-time work, coaching an entire community, and even giving a keynote speech that I'd had on my vision board for years, right in the middle of this 3-week prep. And throughout this journey, I had real doubts and really wondered whether or not this was a very bad decision. But I kept showing up, and in this video, I'll take you behind the scenes of exactly how I trained, how I ate, and what my peak week this time really looked like.
And we are now in Venice Beach, California, exactly at Muscle Beach, where I competed for my first ever bikini fitness competition. And it's been a little while, but today I decided that we're doing it again.
And well, this is what my starting physique looked like 3 weeks before the show, and you may be able to tell that I've been enjoying myself a little more since my last competition about 2 months earlier.
I just completed the most brutal back workout because we're about to take my workouts up a notch, because I originally thought that I wasn't gonna compete for another year, or like till next year at least. But then every single day this week, someone has come up to me and asked me, when are you competing again? And then they've been like, you should totally do it. And then I'm not the type that typically gets myself spoken into doing things if I'm not, about it. But something in me was like, you gotta do it. So
right away, I began my structured workout program with 3 lower body and 3 upper body workouts every single week. I would do my workouts in the afternoon, and in the mornings, I would do a little stir stepper while responding to my community members inside of my Dream Life Society. My diet hitting an average of 180 grams of protein and maintenance calories, as the coaches had told me that I was a little bit too lean for my first competition. And they thought that it would be better for me to focus on building muscle and staying at my current weight. I was doubtful about this, but I chose to listen. I had a coaching session with Annie.
Pernilla, over, and double arm.
last time we did a competition together, I was like, it's my first competition. We're just gonna have fun with it. And this time I set myself a little bit of a crazy goal, and I got real honest with myself. I looked at myself, what I looked like from the first competition. I looked at all the advice I'd gotten from the coaches at my gym and the people who are doing this on the top level, the professionals, the ones that if I'm gonna try to do this, I might as well try to be the best I absolutely possibly can be. And that means I'm gonna have to make some changes this time around and let go of some of the things that I personally really enjoy, including my pull-up progression. The other day I got to 21 pull-ups here, or it's been a couple of weeks ago now, because I've been using my pull-up progression, which you can also try if you want to try the workouts inside of my app. And I'll also be including my new prep bikini workout program, which really is going to be focusing on my shoulders and on my glutes and quads, hamstrings, calves. And also, the reason that my back workout today was so freaking intense and insane is because we want to get a back like this. I'm going to pop up on the screen. And my back currently, it's pretty shredded and good. But if you compare it to the pros of the pros in the bikini division, it looks a little different. That's gonna be the plan.
And so the journey began. I stuck to my workout program, my macros, alongside doing my work and continuing to make progress with the multiple projects that I'm working on at the moment. And if you want to try my workout programs, meal plans, journals, and daily conversations inside of the Dream Life Society, I'll put the link for you to join below. And very soon I started seeing the progressive overload workout program that I had put together and the high protein nutrition pay off.
I personally thought I needed to get as lean as freaking possible, but I've been listening to the coaches who have been telling me that they don't want me to lose more muscle.
Don't get also too stringy. Just keep also, don't lose muscle.
So I'm gonna have to just trust that what they're saying is correct. And honestly, I'm just doing this competition and trying to do my best and doing it for an amazing experience. I do know what could happen if I do end up getting a first or second place, but I mean, it's my first ever NPC competition, so I have no clue what to expect. I'm just gonna come, show up the best I can, and have fun.
And well, on top of this prep, I was not only attending my yearly Summit of Greatness, no, This year, I had been asked to put together a short speech to share a bit of my story inside of the Dolby Theater stage in Hollywood where the Oscars take place. And I would be on the same stage where speakers like Gabrielle Bernstein, Andrew Hopperman, Matthew Hussey, Brandon Bouchard, and so many more exceptional speakers would be speaking at the same event. And as someone who's had this exact thing on their vision board for years and wanted to become a motivational speaker for forever, but also never ever had the opportunity to speak in public like this ever, I knew that this opportunity had come into my life at the perfect time to challenge me to move past this fear, and I wanted to do it well. And so I did my best to put together a speech that hopefully would inspire someone who's also felt a ton of fear in life, but simultaneously had this inner knowing that they want more in their life. I hired a speaker coach for an hour and a half to help me feel more secure.
I just had my session with my speaker coach and I think it went really well. So I'm excited. I feel good now. Like I just practiced in the car too, and I feel like it's slowly starting to just be there, and it's happening tomorrow in exactly 24 hours. And now we're about to hit that gym session. Make it happen.
And then I practiced and practiced and practiced.
It followed me everywhere I went. Look, I forgot what I was gonna say now. What if that happens tomorrow?
And when it was time for the big day, I was nervous, but at the same time, I chose to incorporate all of the lessons of staying calm and stepping into my highest self and really connecting to my mission of wanting to serve that one person in the audience that, like me, needed to be reminded that they can do anything, despite the fear that they feel inside, despite the limiting beliefs that they have. They just got to commit and choose to believe that they can create the plan and keep showing up.
Hello, my name is Pernilla, and I remember the first summit I ever attended, walking in terrified. I was sweating and just nervous because I had flown from Los Angeles to Ohio by myself. And here I was in this room filled with people who I felt were so much cooler than me, had developed so much more out of their life than I had. And I thought every single person in here would think, that's a weirdo who comes to an event like this by themselves. And that fear of judgment wasn't just something I felt in this room, I felt it everywhere in my life. When I was 20 years old, I moved from Denmark to Los Angeles completely on my own, and I picked up Lewis's book, The School of Greatness. And in that moment, as I was reading, I felt this inner voice telling me that I was on this earth to help other people, impact lives. But I kept quiet, I stayed small, because I thought, who am I to give anyone any type of advice? And I know I'm not the only one in here who's felt unworthy and not good enough and just afraid of going after some crazy wild dreams. But when I stepped my foot into this room, I realized that every single person in here, every speaker and every attendee had felt that fear. And the difference between those who became successful and those who stayed stuck was that the successful people, they felt that fear and then they took the step anyway. And so I decided, no longer was I going to choose easy, I was going to start choosing hard. Amen. And since then, that terrified girl has gained over 1 million followers.
Wow.
And I reach 50 million people every single month. I launched my own Challenge Your Own podcast, I'm writing my own book, and I stepped on my first ever bikini fitness competition stage, which I'm doing again next week. This summit taught me that greatness isn't about waiting till we're ready, it's about choosing the hard thing again and again and again, until one day, the thing that used to terrify us becomes our greatest freedom. And so I challenge all of us in here to come back every year and keep increasing that bar and pushing ourselves. Because the more we challenge ourselves and the more we push ourselves to do that hard thing, the things that seemed impossible in the past are suddenly going to become our new reality.
Let's go. I like it.
And I got to see one of my beautiful Dream Life Society members, Lynn.
Lynn, I saw you at the Summit of Greatness, and we've been seeing each other maybe once a year for a couple of years now. And she brought me the sweetest gift.
Today is the final leg day as we've just entered peak week, and I'm gonna crush it, and then the rest of the week is gonna be a little bit less. I'm ending every single workout with a shoulder little pump, like 10 sets of quick exercise. I bought carrots. I'm bringing them with me to the office.
4 days before the show, I did not feel ready, and so I messaged the IFBB Pro with the Chico West Guard at my gym to see if she'd be willing to help me with some posing.
I found a bikini fitness competitor from my gym, and we are doing a posing session today. And she's like, girl, you got so much work to do. We're gonna train hard. Why didn't you hit me up earlier? Today, Tuesday, so we have 4 days left. So let's see what we can make happen in 4 days.
You know, we're gonna fix something, because I know.
Okay.
1, 2, go for it. Just gonna keep the glute up. Nice.
People have always told me that posing is hard, and I've never really gotten it. Now I get it. Today was intense, but good. Very good. 4 days before the show, and I am not ready. I just met Clara. She's from France, and she said she listens to my podcast. Normally, that's not how people know me, so that just made my heart so happy. You're the sweetest.
It's interesting because so often we convince ourselves that we're too old or too young or not good enough, not talented enough, and we fear stepping into something that we've never done before. Or we lack other people's lack of belief in us hold us back from doing the thing we truly want. And when I first started this YouTube channel, and really any of my other crazy goals that I've set for myself, no one around me really understood. But here is the thing, we cannot let that limit us. The moment we stop letting other people's doubts or even our own define us, that's when life starts opening up.
Today is 2 days before the show, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't feel stage ready at all. We'll see what happens with my body for the next couple of days. I really listened to the different coaches, Mr. Olympia, who said not to get too lean, Julian, who also has said not to get too lean, George from my gym, who's also a coach, not to get leaner. So I've kind of just been training hard and keeping my nutrition the same. But then a couple of women in the gym, together with my posing coach, they're all saying, like the women are saying, I'm not lean enough, which I was leaner at my first competition. So I don't really feel fully ready, but hopefully this peak week, loading up on carbs, getting rid of some water retention, which I'm drinking a lot more water this time. I'm not dehydrating myself like I did last time. It's only gonna be tomorrow and the next day where I'm gonna be drinking less. Where last time, if you watched that whole journey, I was lowering my water for the entire week leading up to the competition. So I'm hoping that I'll be ready, but right now I feel a little insecure. I will say my posing has gotten better because of my posing coach. So that should hopefully help. All I can do is do my best, and my life is not going to change whether I lose or win. So I'm just going to do my best and have an exceptional experience. Make sure that I enjoy every single part of the journey, and then we'll see what happens. I've been going on a morning walk today instead of the stairs, as my cardio is decreasing a little bit leading up to the show, reading all of my beautiful September Transformation Challengers, all their progress inside of my Dream Life Society, and that really is hyping me up. They are so freaking incredible.
So, you know, I was saying like 8-9 years ago, I came into this with absolutely no experience. And, you know, I achieved what I feel, you know, really great success pretty quickly by like just throwing myself into it and believing in myself, you know. But of course, I've always known too, like, I didn't have it always together, but just kind of believing as much as you can in the moment, you know. Because 8-9 years ago, I tried to compete and actually was here at this gym. I'll have to show you one day the videos. And I worked with a coach and for about 3 months. And then at 3 months and a bit, he actually told me that he didn't think I had what it took to compete and go pro. And so I quit. Yeah, I'll never forget that. So for 3.5 months I was preparing, and then he dropped me. I left. I worked in the medical field for 5 years. And then in 2023, it's like this dream came knocking on my chest. And I was like, I want to compete. I want to try competing again. And
Hey, I have shivers again. Yesterday you said something too, and I had yours.
it was like that, and it was just like literally like, with like drums inside of me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm gonna do this. I already like decided I'm not going to. And then I got a coach. 7 months later I competed, and then, you know, the following year I went pro. But I will never forget that a very like recognized, reputable coach who I trusted that was preparing athletes told me I did not have what it took. So for you,
But this just proves that nobody can ever tell you that
Yes.
there's something you can't do. The only person that can tell you is yourself. And if you believe it,
yes, 100%. And
Yeah.
here's the thing, is that we can honestly achieve anything
Yeah.
that we put our mind to.
yeah, I so believe
And
it.
so for me, even seeing you, it's like we all recognize this. It's like that you're an amazing athlete. You're an amazing woman. You're beautiful. You have so many special skills and talents too. And you learn so quickly, especially when you're in the right environment, right? And even now working together, you flourish.
This is our third session together,
Yeah.
and I feel like a completely different competitor already.
I'm like really excited for you.
Me
like,
too.
I go
I'm really
home and I
excited.
like literally
Thank
think
you.
of you and I'm like,
Yeah, you're sending me photos, you're sending me tips. It's amazing.
I'm honestly really excited because it's like anyone could see, and it's not just me. Like you have limitless potential. Like truly, you do. So
Thank
you know, I expect you to do incredible in the show,
Thank you.
and you just bring it. Waist to the side, glute super to the front, so back foot a little further and to me more.
I just went for a swim in the ocean, and now we're back on the rice cake game. 2 days out. I need to fix these nails. I'm actually really excited about this. I also just got a little bit of seafood, shrimp, a little bit of caviar. No, that's not caviar. What is this? Oh, and then I'm so excited for this. Very excited, and I might. Because from today, there's no more veggies because that can bloat you and we don't want it. I don't know what this looks like, but I'm actually so excited. So, we're going to Anaheim today because when you enter an NPC show, you have to, I think, at least I have to in this show, be there the day before for some welcome introduction for the athletes and get my first spray tan. The mistake I made in my first competition was that I only got one spray tan, so hopefully my tan is gonna look a little bit better this time around.
Today is a complete rest day, and to skip some of the traffic that would be later in the day, because I have to be there at 4 p.m. for the signups, I found a Gold's Gym that has a pool because I'm not allowed to train today. So I'm just gonna go swim in it a little bit. It also actually usually helps me with my inflammation, so that's good.
Last week's peak week, I had burgers and fries the day before, and today I'm doing it cleaner. I'm literally at Subway, and I'm not having that, but I brought rice cakes before the signups. Wow! Beautiful.
You're all good. All you have to do is go over there and have a seat and they'll orientate.
So that's still.
I got number 97, and when I saw all of these beautiful competitors, I was pretty certain that my goal of getting qualified for the Mr. Olympia Amateur would be pretty impossible.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, you too. Come on in. Come on in.
I think I'm gonna sign up for an extra class.
Yeah? And like, I see the competition.
No, they're
so
all
I'm signing up for an extra class right now. Yeah, that's what that was about, right? How tall are you typically?
5'7.5", I think.
Oh, on the dot.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yay!
Yeah.
Very light.
Big. All right. And it's Prejudging. Yeah. And then the last name's So easy.
I got my spray tan, and now I got myself some rice cakes, so we're ready for the morning.
So I heard that when you sleep in your bed after having gotten a tan, you'll make your whole bed brown. But I put on a full suit pajama, so we are not getting any of that problem. I think I've eaten like 500 grams of carbs today. Healthier carbs than last time. So hopefully my glutes are gonna be popping on stage tomorrow. And if I do well, it will qualify me for something really crazy, which would be wild. So wish me luck. I actually feel really good. I'm not even nervous.
So maybe I will be right before I go on stage, but like right now it's good. I hope you sleep good. I'll see you tomorrow. In 2 seconds.
Fruit Loops. Well, I put in my own extensions. My mom was a hairdresser as I was growing up, and she had her own salon in our little house. And so I grew up watching her with people with their hair. So I'm like putting in extensions and stuff like that. I don't have the patience to go to a salon. First of all, to sit there all day to get them done. But secondly, it's so freaking expensive. Like, I'm just gonna do it myself. It may not be perfect, but I think most people cannot see the difference. The back is the most challenging part, but like, it ain't bad. I weigh 5 pounds more for this competition compared to the first competition. And I originally did not think that would be a good idea, but every one of the male coaches have told me that they didn't want me leaner. So I didn't listen last time, but now I'm listening. So hopefully that's gonna be the right call. And we have 2 more. What do we want to do? I don't actually feel nervous. I've been listening to this like, visualize it and you can do it all morning. And I'm like, yeah, I visualized it. I'm gonna do it. I don't really feel nervous. I just feel like, for instance, the speak at the summit was way more terrifying to me. I think because that's something I've dreamt of for forever, where this competition thing is like a newer thing that, you know, I'm gonna do my best to get the best placing I can. But if I get last place, I don't feel like it's gonna really have a big effect on my life because I'm just going in here to do my best. Whereas the speak on the stage, that's something that I really want to be a part of my future life. So I really wanted to do well in that. So this is like a completely less pressured situation for me due to my goals. Oh my goodness, my hair here is a mess. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of curlies, just a tip. I cannot believe what just happened to me. I'm literally getting blinded. My whole life have dealt with migraines and I haven't had one in so long. And right now over here, it's getting like blinded. But I've dealt with this before on big days. So I'm going to just zone in and release the pain. Like, because this is not happening today. Hell no. What normally happens is that I will like lose my sight first, and then after that the headache starts, and I don't want to take a pain pill because I'm afraid that will like affect me and make me even more tired. So I'm just gonna meditate a little bit and let the pain go away. Crazy, why is this today? Oh my goodness. But honestly, every time something goes in the way a little bit, good things happen on the other side. It's like every time something really great in my life has happened, there's always a couple of bumps on the way, and then it like all works out at the end because I believe it does. And yeah, so that's my point. I'm ready to go. I don't have to go yet though, so I'm just chilling, responding to my community challengers. I feel just so calm, no stress. I think the reason I had to get this migraine was because I feel so calm. It really like relaxes me after. So that's a good thing if I can walk calm on stage, as long as I'm still gonna give my A game. Honey and rice cakes is all I'm in the store to get. Yeah, I'm so used to wearing my watches, I feel naked without them right now. But they would ruin my tan, so we can't have that. I am aware that the way I've been doing this prep is very unprofessional, like seeing the people yesterday. People had brought boxes of rice and like measuring scales to get the exact amount of rice that they needed. And here I am, just eyeballing my way through. I just feel like I know my body. I know what it needs to thrive on stage, but maybe I'm wrong. Obviously, if I'm like gonna be competing at a more professional level, I need to maybe make some changes on that, but for now, 44, my angel number. Woo-hoo.
Oh my goodness, this day was so beautiful. I got to meet so many incredible women.
I'm here with Brittany. me we're doing this competition together today. And she's been watching my channel for a little bit. But she is so incredible. She lost 150 and has overcome a bunch of other challenges. She's just such an inspiration. You're amazing. So happy to meet you.
And as I wrote in my community the morning of the show, I just felt like regardless of my placing, I had already won, because no matter what happened, I showed up and I gave the best that I could. And even though I felt like I didn't fully come in with the package I would have liked, I decided to focus on having the absolute best time, enjoying myself to the fullest. And oh my, did I enjoy it. And yes, that enjoyment messed up my posing a little bit, but I still feel proud of my efforts.
So I think the prejudging went okay. I'm in 3 different categories: true novice, novice, and open. So we will see. Now there's a little break.
And the crazy thing about being a little delusional, about setting these wild goals for yourself, is that whether or not you actually accomplish them, you grow so much on the journey. And that growth is the biggest gift in life.
We're almost there, but oh my God, these pants, I don't think I'll ever get dirty again.
But here's the other cool thing. Sometimes being a little delusional actually pays off, because not only did I qualify for the amateur Mr. Olympia, but I also won 3 freaking first places in this tournament. And that's pretty insane.
Vamos, perdida!
Next up, number 115, Cynthia. Thank you, ladies.
Yeah.
Great job.
Now I feel ready to dance, but I have to do 2 more.
And that I did, and absolutely loved it.
3 first place and a qualification for the amateur Olympia.
So, my friend, set that crazy goal and do your best, because you never know where it may take you.